Good evening, everybody. Lots of you may know me. I'm Gino Risoli. I'm always a nervous speaker. I've got plenty to say, but I'm a nervous speaker. Number one, I've lived in St Helier District 1 for 22 years, and I've run a business here in District 1 for 22 years. I'm Italian by birth. I was raised in the UK. Come from a working background, secondary education, 61 years old now. Lots of experience. My hobbies are political science. People are my hobby. I'm a very happy person and I want to spread that happiness. That's what I'm here to do. I have a superb understanding on how to make you happy, and I like the platform. Now, first of all, I understand in St Helier it's far too noisy, far too many drunks at night spoiling the environment, and that goes on unchecked week in, week out, and there's not a thing done about it. We need to sort that environment out. We need immigration laws so that we can visa people coming in. The data would help us to look at our education system and our health system. We have the raw data. But of course, immigration overlaps on the issue of jobs. And that's probably where it's the most sensitive. And I understand this. So, Judy touched on a really good issue. Here, I am shocked to say that we don't have a technical college to teach young tradesmen a proper 3, 4, used to be in my time, 5-year apprenticeship. And it's locally certified so that local jobs could go to locally certified people. And your construction industry that are made up of Jersey people, I'm very disappointed, and that's an area that needs looking at. We've got an unfair tax system, and don't we know it? You're quite aware that the financial institutions here don't pay GST, and maybe we understand that one. They don't pay GST on their turnover, on their profits. But what you're probably not aware of is that the goods and services that they buy in Jersey, lawyers' fees, accountants' fees, the plumber, the electrician, and the stationery, they do not pay the GST that we have to pay. No, they can claim that back. Now, those people, in other jurisdictions, you're either in the system or you're out of the system. If you're out of the system, you cannot claim back your GST. You pay it and write it off against your profits. It's disgusting, and we have to pick up the tab for that. We need to improve housing. What we need is more state housing, and we need to keep the lid on the rent to put pressure on the private sector to force rents down. We need more social housing. Well, the biggest issue I'm standing on is this. I can say what I want. I know what you want. But without accountable government, I'm sorry, me, all the rest of us, you can't deliver it. There's one thing that I've been banging on for 6 years, right? Other jurisdictions, in America it's done, in the UK it's already started this year. All state spending, all government spending, checkbook accountability is online. Now, there's some very clever people here who can decipher the figures, the evidence of what goes on, and that information, if you can't do it, it will get down to you. You'll hear about it, and then you remove the alliances that keep these people in power. Seeing a doctor should be free. In a society, a modern democracy, you shouldn't worry about your pocket to see the doctor. It's ridiculous. We need access to a doctor free. because a lot of people will go sick and not look after themselves. That should be free. We need a tourism minister to create jobs. We turned our back on the tourism industry, gave it to the finance industry. We gave it to the finance industry, now we've got 1,400 people unemployed.
Could you wind up, please?
Yes, I will. Landlords and Tenants Acts don't exist for the commercial or the private. They can pinch your deposits. In the commercial world, they can push you out at the end of the lease unless you pay extra and above rent. These are all very unfair. And on the very last issue, and I could go a long time, think about the representation that you want. Think about the person who understands the issues, who've got the vision and the ability to deliver. That's who I am about. I never start anything unless I think I can achieve it. Thank you.